Virgo, what if I told you that this month in particular, you can stop worrying? Like, no, seriously, you can really stop worrying. Would you believe me, or would you think I'm just talking shit? Well, let me show you the first card that came out for you in the HOROSCOPE. Do you see this? Yeah, look at it, because this is the destination. This is where you are headed. That's why I say you don't need to worry, because things are going to fall into place better than you could possibly imagine. You just have to stay open. You want to know more? Keep watching and I'll explain all about it. What's up, Virgo? It's your girl Mel of Divine Feminine Works, and as always, I hope that this video finds you well and in excellent spirits. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. This channel is everything tarot, astrology, and spirituality. So if those are the things that interest you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell, so you'll always be notified when I come out with new content. All right, Virgo, this is going to be the Astro Forecast and HOROSCOPE for you for the month of February 2021. At the outset, I have to say that the Astro Forecast is done by your rising sign. So at least the Astro Forecast part of this video is for Virgo's rising. If you are a Virgo sun, you can definitely watch this video, but the astrology, especially the way I explain it, really pertains to your rising sign. Now, if you don't know your rising sign, go to a site like astro.com, and I'll leave the link in the description box below. All you got to do is put in your birth date, time, and location, and they'll generate a natal chart for you, which will include information on your sun, moon, and rising sign. So check that out. My recommendation is that you watch the videos for both your sun and your rising sign. That way it gives you a full perspective of what's going on for you, specifically for this month. Some people ask if this relates to your moon sign. The tarot portion of the video is very fluid. It could pertain to you as a Virgo sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, but it's the Astro Forecast that's based on your rising sign. So keep that in mind. Watch all the videos if you so choose, especially if you're a cross watcher or you want to watch for all three of your signs. It'll really give you like the most perspective for the month, all right? So that being said, let's get into it. So February 2021 is arguably one of the most important months of 2021. And it's because we're sort of at this pivotal point. And this month is sort of ground zero for some groundbreaking new energy. I feel like 2020 was very much about things breaking down. Old systems and programs crumbling, decimating, in order to leave room for new foundations to be built. And these new foundations are going to be very different from what we've known in the past. And if you just take a look at what's been going on around the world, it's like there is this spirit of rebellion. It's like finally so many people are waking up to the fact that a lot of the things that we were doing, saying, thinking, acting on were just outdated. And it's not in alignment with where we are headed, particularly in society and in this new world, right? And so things are starting to take shape, and I feel like February is the month where we're starting to lay the groundwork for that. It's like 2020 taught us a lot of harsh lessons, and 2021 is really about taking those lessons and forming a new world, a new earth. And again, February is the month where we start to do that. So the reason why this is because we have 6 planets in the sign of Aquarius this month. And as a sign, Aquarius is very much concerned with revolution, innovation, invention, futuristic thinking, looking ahead, stepping outside of the box and breaking the mold. And with so many planets in the sign of Aquarius, it's like all of this planetary energy is like pushing us towards that. So a lot of us experiencing a lot of different things this month. in different places, depending on where Aquarius falls in your chart. But regardless, I think all of us are feeling this energy of newness and renewal and rebirth and just like a fresh, clean slate. And so that's why February is so important. And like I said, there's 6 planets in the sign of Aquarius this month. And for you, Virgo, this is all happening in your 6th house of work and health. This is a house that's pretty natural to Virgo because Virgo as a sign is really diligent, detail-oriented. So when it comes to work, you guys are really on it. When it comes to health matters, you guys are very health conscious, whether it's about what you eat, whether it's about working out, you guys are very health conscious. So to have all of this concentrated energy in your 6th house probably feels a little comfortable to you. It's like business as usual, but instead it's going to be like turned up a notch with all of these planets all together. So this is a month where you guys are going to be focused on new things and setting new foundations when it comes to work and health. It could be about organizing. It could be about, the 6th house as opposed to the 10th house of career. The 6th house is about work that you do for others. So it's not necessarily your career. It's more like your day-to-day tasks and like the I don't want to say menial work, but like the regular work that you do, right? And I feel like with Aquarius, with this focus on Aquarius and your 6th house of work and health, I feel like when it comes to work, you guys are going to be looking and thinking of new ways in order to serve people, especially if you have clients or customers. If you have coworkers, it's about a different structure at work, perhaps a different hierarchy. It's just getting organized in a different way and being efficient. Like I said, Aquarius is all about forward thinking and futuristic thinking. So it may be about revamping your work in order to keep up with the time. So you may be transitioning to working at home, having an online based business, turning your brick and mortar into sort of a service industry online, or you get the idea, right? I think that you guys are going to be focusing on that this month. In terms of health, I feel like you guys are going to be looking for alternative ways to stay healthy, whether that's with working out, a different sort of workout routine, whether it's health in terms of your diet, medications you may be taking. Some of you may be just scrapping Western medicine altogether and looking more into holistic or maybe Eastern medicine. But these are the kinds of things that are going to come up this month with this focus on your 6th house of work and health and with all of this Aquarian energy. All right, so let's keep it moving. So the next thing I want to talk about is the moon. So this month we have a new moon in the sign of Aquarius, along with everything else. And we have a full moon in the sign of Virgo by the end of the month. So let's talk about the new moon first. So like I said, the new moon is going to be, well, actually it happened because I'm filming this after the fact. The new moon happened on February 11th in the sign of Aquarius. And new moons are all about setting new intentions and planting new seeds. So inherent in that, particularly since we have this huge focus on Aquarius, I feel like this new moon that just passed was all about planning for the future. Aquarius is an air sign that makes it very concerned with communication, thoughts, and ideas. So I feel like the new moon that just happened was really about planning your future, really setting those intentions and thinking about what your future, what you want your future to look like. At the time that I'm filming this video, we still sort of have that new moon energy available to us. So if you are watching this today, you still have time to set your intentions. You still have time. I mean, you always have time to think about the future, right? But setting the intentions and planting those seeds, I feel like you still have the time to do that. So if you haven't done that already, definitely get to it right now. And then finally, we have a full moon in the sign of Virgo on February 27th. And for you, Virgo, this is happening in your 1st house of self. Full moons are all about illumination. They either show you the culmination of projects started in the past. So like if you, 6 months ago, right? Think back 6 months ago to the Virgo new moon, right? Perhaps you started something around that time. If you did, at the time of this full moon in Virgo, you're going to see the culmination, or you're going to see that project or whatever it is that you were working on come to fruition. So that's one way that you can sort of experience this full moon energy. The other way is that full moons illuminate what has been in the dark. You know the saying, whatever is done in the dark will eventually come to light. That is very much the essence of the full moon. And being that this full moon is happening at the 8th degree of Virgo, and I want to just mention quickly that the last couple of months, definitely since last year, every full moon has been at the 8th degree, and the 8th degree is the Scorpio degree. And so really what this means is that this full moon is going to uncover something that may have been hidden for a long time, that was buried underneath the surface. When we talk about Scorpio as a sign generally, we're talking about truth seeking, wanting to get to the bottom of things. So whatever is illuminated around the time of this full moon, know that it was probably hidden for a long time. Additionally, this full moon is going to be trine to Uranus, so expect the unexpected. So I feel like whatever is uncovered is going to be unexpected. It's going to be surprising, maybe a little jarring. It could be good or bad, but it just may be something that you don't expect. And being that this is happening in the first house, this is going to be something that's very personal to you. It might have to do with your body, your health, your outlook on life. It's whatever it is, it's going to be like first house stuff that gets uncovered. So keep that in mind once we make our way towards the full moon, which is again happening on February 27th. So now I want to talk about Mercury, because Mercury has been on everyone's lips since last month, because last month it went retrograde. And everyone always gets up in arms about Mercury retrograde because they're just like, oh my gosh, everything goes wrong, I can't do anything. And yes, while Mercury retrograde can be very frustrating because your cell phone starts acting up, your laptop breaks down, you may get into some sort of an accident, or there's miscommunication. Mercury retrograde is actually really good because it allows you to remember and reflect on things, right? And for you, Virgo, Mercury retrograde is in your 6th house of work and health with everything else, because Mercury is in Aquarius. So I feel like with Mercury retrograde, you have had the opportunity to really reflect on and remember things related to work and health. Perhaps there was something you used to do for work in the past that maybe you want to implement again now or in the future. Maybe when it comes to your health, there may have been a certain diet that you followed back in the day that really helped you lose weight or really helped you get healthy, and maybe now you're remembering that, so you're going to be able to implement that now or in the future. So you see, Mercury retrograde can really be helpful because it can sort of jog your memory and get you to reflect on things that are important and things that aren't. Mercury is going to go direct on February 20th. So come February 20th, I believe that things should sort of go back to normal, and we shouldn't have all of these mishaps and, Mercury retrograde-ish type things. All right. And so next and finally, I want to talk about Venus, because Venus is making some moves this month. Typically, Venus remains in a sign all month. The Venus stays in a sign for plus or minus a month, give or take. But the way things are set up this month, she's going to be in 2 signs. So Venus first made her way into Aquarius with everyone else back on February 1st. And Venus in Aquarius is very much about communing with like-minded people, and relationships that are different, that are liberating. They may not necessarily be like romantic and emotional, but they can be very thought-provoking. They can be very intellectual. And so those are the kinds of relationships that sort of fall under the purview of Venus in Aquarius. And again, with this happening in your 6th house of work and health, you guys may be forging relationships at work, or at the very least, the current relationships that you have with your coworkers or your clients or customers are going to be a lot more positive and are going to be peaceful and harmonious. So that's a good thing, especially if you've been experiencing, some craziness with coworkers. I feel like for the first couple of weeks of February, things at work should be pretty smooth. And then by February 25th, Venus is going to move into the sign of Pisces, and Pisces is your 7th house of relationships. So Virgo, by the end of the month, you guys are going to start thinking about relationships, and you guys are going to be very relationship oriented, because I forgot to mention before, the sun is going to move into the sign of Pisces on February 18th. So by the end of the month, your relationship house is going to be lit up. It's not going to be as intense as your 6th house with all of this Aquarian energy, but your focus and to a certain extent your emotions are going to be centered around your relationships. Venus loves being in Pisces. And in the relationship house, you guessed it, it's all about your relationships, how you relate to other people, your role in relationships. Are your relationships balanced, or are they one-sided? For you guys, just generally speaking, because Pisces is naturally your 7th house, you guys are very selfless when it comes to relationships. You guys are very much of service to your partner. You're very helpful. You're also very intuitive and can sort of gauge and almost anticipate your partner's needs. And I feel like all of that is going to be highlighted once both the Sun and Venus move into your 7th house. The Sun moving in there on February 18th, and then Venus moving there on February 25th. So a lot of good stuff this month, a lot of energy that is geared towards change and revolution. So buckle up because it's going to be an interesting ride. All right, Virgo, if you want to know more about the astrology for February, I'm going to put the link down to the February monthly horoscopes in the description box so you can check that out. Don't forget to read for your sun, moon, and rising sign and get the full picture of what February means for you. All right, so now that we've gotten the astrology out of the way, let's get into the tarot and see what messages Spirit has for us this month. All right, Virgo, so we're going to start with the oracle cards for like a broad overall message and then circle back in with the tarot for some more specific stuff. So the first card, okay, Virgo, this is the first card out for you. All right, I like this. I'm a Virgo sun, so this may apply to me as well, but I like this. This is self-explanatory. Wealth. Although what I'm getting is it's not necessarily material wealth. I heard health is your wealth. So for some of you, there may be an extra focus on health this month, but it's this overall energy of just abundance. What makes you abundant? What do you constitute as abundance? I think that's going to be the focus for you this month. All right. We've got fate. You know what that is. Fate is destiny. For some of you, I'm hearing that you need to look at your natal chart and figure out where your north node is. Your north node is your destiny. It's where you're headed in this life. And I'm hearing that some of you need to check that out and sort of research what that means. Like if you have a north node in Aquarius, if you have a north node in Leo, you're going to want to research that and figure out what that means. But overall, I'm getting this sense of things that are just meant to be, things that are destined to be. For some of you, wealth is in the cards for you. Some of you may have had a hard time with wealth, particularly acquiring wealth or holding on to wealth that you've already acquired. And I feel like there is something going on with that this month that is fated and that is destined for you. So I'm really interested to see what that is. This is the essence of Virgo, worry. It says, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Like I said, I'm a Virgo sun, so I know exactly what you go through, where worry is like, it becomes such a natural part of your everyday life and almost to the extent of who you are, that it's just like second nature for you to just worry about things. But again, like this says, and even as corny as it sounds, worry does not change the outcome. I feel like some of you are on the precipice of wealth. I feel like it almost, I'm seeing like a scale being tipped just like right. It may be like unbalanced, right? Or imbalanced. And I feel like there's just one little thing that's going to tip the scale and make things balanced. And that's sort of where you are right now. And you're worried about, is the scale going to tip them? Is it going to even out? What if the scale completely goes left or completely goes right? Like I see that's what you guys are doing right now. And Spirit is like, please don't do that. Please stop doing that. Like whatever is going to happen is going to happen. That's why there's the presence of this fate card here. And you worrying about the outcome is not going to change it. So just let things unfold the way that they need to. And I love this fate card. Although it doesn't necessarily mean that there's nothing that you have to do, it's almost as if like fate, I love the idea of fate because it's almost like a relief because you know that there is a certain way that things have to go. And whether I do something or whether I don't, that thing is going to happen regardless. So maybe if you look at it that way, maybe that'll lessen some of the worry that you're feeling. Although I don't think it will because again, Virgos are worry warts. And I don't mean that in a bad way. But yeah, I feel like you guys are on the precipice of wealth or on the precipice of abundance. And it's almost like you're afraid and worried that it's not going to happen, even though you see it coming into place. And Spirit is like, please just relax. Let's chill out for a second. Chillax. Like, I don't need you to be throwing all of this wonky ass energy into what I'm already working out for you. So just chill. All right. All right. Let's get into the tarot for some more specific messages. All right. First card out. We've got the Page of Wands. This is something that you guys have actively been working towards manifesting. I feel like for some of you, you just started working on this thing that could bring you wealth. Like you're in the very early stages of it. Like even like when I say you're on the precipice of it, it's not like it may not happen tomorrow, right? But I do feel like it's destined, whatever this thing is. And I may put a clarifying card on this to figure out what that is. But I feel like you're in the beginning stages of it, or you just started, but you can already tell that whatever this is, it's going to come to fruition. It's almost like you have a destination that's just a straight shot. So presumably if you stand here, you can see directly in front of you. You can see your destination. It's not hiding behind a mountain. It's not, obscured someplace where you have to take a bunch of lefts and a bunch of, it's like straight ahead. That's what I mean by being on the precipice. It's this energy of like, it's direct, it's linear. It's not something that's going to take you on a wild goose chase. So even though you're at the beginning of it, you are on the precipice of it because it's almost like the destination is assured. But there's a standstill right now. And I'm hearing for some of you, it's the pandemic that threw a monkey wrench in your plans. Like you were going forward, you were moving forward fine, you could see your destination, and then boom, the pandemic happened and things are at a standstill, or things are very slowed down. For some of you, this could be like an e-commerce store, something online, and shipping is like kicking your ass right now, right? What would usually take 3 days to ship is now taking 3 weeks. Suppliers, manufacturers, they are super slow. Inventory is wonky, and that's causing you to worry. But it's still a straight shot. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's still a straight shot. This is still assured. And this pause, right? This downtime, this whatever reason, and it's not just the pandemic, there could be a reason that's personal to you that only you know about that is causing you to be in a standstill. But the point is that you got to see this in a different way. You got to see this whole operation from a different point of view. That is the point of this timeout or this delay or this, period of stagnancy, is to see things from a different perspective. Okay, we've got the Lovers. Ooh, okay. And we've got Judgment. So right off the bat, the first thing that I'm noticing is that Spirit is at work here. Remember when I said before with Fate, it's that whether you do something or you don't, whatever the outcome is still going to be the outcome. That's the energy I'm getting here. I feel like you started, so it's good. I feel like you initiated this project, this wealth generating endeavor, right? And now Spirit is like, all right, let me take over. Now it's my turn to put my energy into what you've started. And I feel like Spirit is going to be bringing you with people who are going to be beneficial, right? For some of you, this could be a lover. So the wealth that we're talking about is a wealth of love. For others of you, the Lover's card signifies contracts and things to which you bind yourself. So this could be manufacturers, this could be suppliers, this could be financiers, anyone having to do with your project, with whatever you're doing right now. Spirit is going to help bring them to you. And remember, Venus is in Aquarius, which is your house of work and health. Remember I said some of you may be finding love at work or with your coworkers or clients. So that may be why this card is here. But I feel like for others of you, this is rallying the people that you need in order to get you to your destination. And Spirit is doing that. That's not even you. Spirit is bringing them together. So that's very much that Venus in Aquarius energy. And they're probably going to be different than what you expect. Keep that in mind. And then we have the Judgment card. It's like Judgment can speak to an actual judgment, like in court or something like that. But judgment is also this energy of something coming alive. Something that may have been like dead and buried or stagnant coming alive. So I feel like for some of you, the reason why there's this stagnancy, the reason why there's this delay, that there's this lull right now is because Spirit is bringing you who needs to help you or who you need to link up with right now in order to revive this thing. That's why you don't need to worry, because Spirit's on it right now. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, we've got the Eight of Swords, which is like, but your mind is still like, but what if? But what? This is like the what if card. But what if this? But what if that? I don't know. What if I can't supply enough? What if I don't have enough for inventory? What if I can't do this? Like, stop it. This is just going to have you, if you stay in this sort of energy, right? This what if sort of energy. Look at how her hands are tied. She's blindfolded. If Spirit is bringing you someone that can help you, how are you going to be able to know that? How are you going to be able to take advantage of this and be like this if you're like this? It doesn't make any sense, right? That's why the worrying is really not, it doesn't do anything for you. If anything, it's going to make you miss an opportunity that Spirit is already setting up for you. So don't worry. I know it's easier said than done, but just don't worry. All right. Let's get 3 more cards here. Did I get 3? I got 2. All right. Queen of Pentacles, this is you. This is why you don't need to worry, because look at her. She's got her pentacle in her hand. She's comfortable. Her eyes are closed. This is you. Some of you are engaging, whatever you're doing to obtain this wealth is something you really like. It's something that really speaks to your heart. And I love the fact that you see how she's sitting on that red pillow? Whatever this is, it's going to have you sitting pretty. So this for some of you, this is very much like material wealth. And it's going to give you a comfortable seat, a cushion, if you will. Some of you will really some of you will really be able to start saving right now. Others of you, this is going to like add to your foundation. And then we've got 3 of Cups, and this is right under the Lover's card. This is about like community. This is about coming together. Spirit is literally going to put whoever you need to get to this destination in your path. Spirit is going to link you up with whomever. And I love this energy because you see how they're all sort of just chilling together and they're looking up at the stars. This is very much Aquarius energy. This is very much Venus in Aquarius. This is like finding like-minded people and just like, this is your tribe. This is you finding your tribe, your community, people that really vibe with you on the same level that you're at, and y'all are on the same wavelength. That's real. It's really positive energy. Okay. Let's get one more card from this deck. Oh, we got 2. All right. We've got Temperance and we've got the World. All right. This Temperance card, the first thing I heard was be easy. Like, be easy, ease into it. This is going, it's not like, Spirit is telling me that it's not like, you know, the perfect business partner is just going to suddenly show up at your doorstep and that's what's going to happen. This is going to be a slow and moderate process, but you've got to keep your eyes open. And it's almost like this, whatever Spirit is working on right now, and I really believe that it has to do with finding the right people for you, this is going to be the final piece of the puzzle. I feel like everything else is going to fall into place once this person or these people sort of find you, or even if you find them. It's going to be the last piece of the puzzle, and then it's going to be time to move on to the next phase. So you're getting ready to close out a cycle, but the destination is still the same. Whether you're closing out this cycle or starting a new one, this is the destination. This is where you are headed, and it is fated. You don't have to worry. You don't have to say, well, what if I get detoured? What if, you know, the destination changes? The destination is not going to change. And let me tell you something, even if you get detoured, it's for a good reason. because Spirit has their hand on this. The thing I love about this reading the most is that you guys took the initiative to do something. I feel like you guys took the initiative to sort of take a leap of faith or create something that really means something to you. And Spirit was like, word, I see you. All right, let me help you with that. It's like you reached your hand out and Spirit came and took it. And now the two of you are working together to get to this destination. And it is assured, my love. I don't need you to worry about it. I don't need you to second guess it. It's happening. So get ready. Just stay out of this kind of energy. Stay out of this shitty ass, oh my God, I don't know. Oh, it's not perfect. Oh, I wanted to meet someone this way. It was supposed to... Respectfully, shut up. Just shut up. Just be open to the possibilities, because it's going to happen in a way that you don't expect. And it's going to happen better than if you tried to control and orchestrate the situation yourself. Just be open. I wanted to get some information on this Hanged Man. Specifically, what is it that's this standstill, and what perspective do you need to take right now? So let's get some clarification on that. Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles talks about learning. And I feel like it's learning a new skill. So I feel like in this downtime, there is a new skill that you have to require. And perhaps the person that's coming in is the person that's going to teach you this skill or help you develop this skill. But while things are at a lull, while you're waiting for things to fall into place, there's a certain skill that you need to pick up right now. And being that all of this energy is in Aquarius, and Aquarius is about information, and you guys, particularly Virgo, well, you and Gemini are ruled by Mercury, which is all about thoughts and communications. I feel like there's a skill that you need to pick up, like a technical skill. So let's say, your wealth destination has to do with investing. Maybe there is a teacher who is going to teach you how to invest in stocks or options. You get what I'm saying? And the only way that you were going to be able to pick up this skill is if you had this downtime, because the downtime is actually giving you the time to learn this skill. Okay, let's get another one on here. Yeah, we've got message. Yeah, I feel like, you know what I'm picking up? You know how when you're scrolling on your IG feed or you're on Facebook and you see like an ad for someone who's providing a course or something like that? I feel like that's the sort of, that's the way this is going to come to you. Like you're just going to be scrolling on your feed and you're going to be like, oh, here's a so-and-so who's like an expert on trading stocks and they're offering this course right now. Like, I feel like that's how this may come to you. So again, keep your eyes open. And with this being a number 7, this is the path. This is the spiritual path. This is Spirit putting something in your path, right in your face, that's going to lead you, that's going to make this happen, right? That's going to get the right people around you. That's going to lead you to this. And again, I can't stress this enough. You're not going to be able to take advantage of it if you're in this shitty ass energy. So remember that. All right. Let me get one on this Judgment card. This coming to life card. Yeah, this is taking you out of despair. With the 3 and the 2 right here that make a 5, this is a change. I really feel like this person or these people are going to be able to, you might have been turned around, right? So like I said before, you guys are on the precipice of this. And it's really a straight shot. You could see your destination from 10 miles away. But I feel like what happened is that you guys started to worry. You started to doubt. And you ended up getting turned around. So you made yourself go on a detour. And the detour had you heading in this direction. Or for some of you, this is just how you felt. Because you were experiencing a standstill, because you were experiencing because you were experiencing a standstill, or because you were experiencing stagnancy, this is the energy that you started to put on. And this is how you started to feel. And I feel like once you get with whoever you're supposed to get with right now, that Spirit is putting in your way, your idea, it's like you're going to be put back on track. You're going to be put back on the right road to your destination. Virgo, this is an overwhelmingly positive reading for you. I know you guys, and look, at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Magician. This is making things happen. This is manifesting. This is the fact that the manifesting is assured. You are creating this magic. You and Spirit together are creating. You see how you've got your hand up and then you've got this here? This is Spirit working, stirring the pot with you. Your manifestation will come to fruition. It is assured. So stop worrying. Get out of that despair and keep your eyes and ears open, because whoever you need, they're going to be put in your path. And trust and believe you're going to be so happy for it. All right, Virgo, that has been your Astro Forecast and Taroscope for the month of February 2021. I sincerely hope that you were able to get at least one important message from this reading. Speaking of readings, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me or order an astrology report, I'll put those links in the description box below. So click on those, check those out, and schedule. Also, while you're checking things out, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Divine Feminine Works. Every week I do a series called The Week Ahead, where I do a quick and dirty tarot read, as well as a quick and dirty astro forecast for the upcoming week. That link is in the description as well. Click on it, follow me, so make sure you don't miss any of that great stuff over on Instagram. As always, Virgos, my love, everything I do is a labor of love and comes straight from the bottom of my heart. If you feel so inclined and would like to tip me by buying me a coffee, and tips are always greatly appreciated, I will leave that link in the description box as well, so check that out. Virgo, my loves, wealth is assured. Stop worrying. You'll get there in due time, all right? It's been a privilege and an honor to read for you. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.